Hello and welcome to the Rare Record Room. I've been collecting vinyl for around 40 years now. I was buying records in the late 1970s and during the 80s, through to the 90s and beyond, when records were no longer in vogue and proved rather difficult to find. My collection is mostly guitar-based music from the 50s through to the 90s, covering rock and roll, through rhythm and blues, beat, psychedelia, rock, soul, funk, punk and new wave, pop and Britpop. It comprises around 2,500 records, mostly LPs, although there's a few hundred 7-inch singles, EPs and 12-inch singles. Most original pressings or unusual versions, and my aim in these videos is to show some of the more interesting that I have, or at least the ones I find interesting. If you do too, please feel free to hit the like button and check out my other videos. Hello and welcome back. Thanks for joining me. Today I'll take a look at the cult English garage band The Creation, who were active between 1966 and 1968. The Creation were truly an underground band, widely unknown to the British public, but who achieved moderate commercial success in Europe. However, since their demise, critical acclaim has been heaped upon them and they are regarded as a highly influential mod and freakbeat act, inspiring much bigger names such as Pete Townsend, Jimmy Page and Paul Weller. In the 1980s, the Scottish music mogul Alan McGee named his hugely successful record label Creation after the band. His label famously signed the Mancunian tearaways Oasis, whose Britpop sound was heavily influenced by The Creation and similar acts from the era. The Creation grew out of a home counties beat band called the Mark IV, operating between 1963 and 5, who released a few UK non-charting singles. The two Creation mainstays were the Mark IV lead singer Kenny Pickett and guitarist Eddie Phillips. Bassist John Dalton left to join the Kinks just before the Mark IV evolved into The Creation. It was replaced by Bob Garner, formerly of the Tony Sheridan Band. Their lineup was completed by drummer Jack Jones. The band teamed up with producer Shel Talmy, who had overseen the early records of The Who and the Kinks, and put out their first single, Making Time, on Talmy's Planet record label in June 1966. This groundbreaking Pickett-Phillips composition features Eddie Phillips playing his guitar with a bow, one of the first rock songs to feature this method, soon to be championed by Jimmy Page of the Yardbirds and Pink Floyd's Roger Waters. Despite this innovation, the single barely troubled the UK Top 50 chart. October's follow-up single, Paintermen, an underappreciated classic track, just about broke the UK Top 40, but did reach the top 10 in Germany, a country which took the band to their hearts and where they would enjoy their biggest success. In early '67, Kim Gardner joined the band from the high-energy London mod group The Byrds, and this lineup released the single If I Stay Too Long in June. It flopped in the UK but did good business in Germany, where a follow-up single, Tom Tom, appeared. Their success in Germany prompted an album to be released there in the summer of love, by which time the band had progressed from what we now term freakbeat to a psychedelic rock sound. Titled We Are Paintermen, this LP included the big German singles Painterman and Tom Tom, plus covers of the Capitol's soul hit Cool Jerk, later covered by the Go-Go's, plus their renditions of Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone and the song Hey Joe, recently popularised by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. Another UK non-charting single, Life Is Just Beginning, appeared in late '67, at which point guitarist Eddie Phillips left and the band had a brief hiatus. Contrary to the recent song title, the band's life was just about to end. Kim Gardner brought in his old Byrds bandmate Ronnie Wood on guitar, and this lineup recorded one more single titled Midway Down, released in April 1968. It was yet another UK failure, and the group disbanded in June, at which point a compilation LP was issued in Germany, Titled The Best of the Creation, it included their best known songs Making Time, Painterman, Cool Jerk, Tom Tom, plus their final 2 singles. There were covers of 2 Larry Williams songs, with his song Boney Maroney being mistitled as Bonnie Maroney. Perhaps this had been lost in German translation. The cover photo for this LP featured the final lineup of the group, with their most famous band member, the future Jeff Beck group, Faces and Rolling Stones guitarist Ronnie Wood. Other band members were successful elsewhere. Phillips and Pickett continued as songwriters, and Kim Gardner co-formed Ashton Gardner and Dyke. In 1982, a companion LP to the Best Of compilation was issued in Germany on the Outline record label, a subsidiary of Teldec Decca. Titled Recreation, The Rest of the Creation, this was packaged similarly to the 1968 German collection, with the same Ronnie Wood group photo and with the same typography and 1960s swirl design. Some of the selections had appeared on the Best Of LP, but the rest is notable for the inclusion of the hard-driving mod-era track Sylvette. It features informative chronological sleeve notes by Brian Hogg on an attractive advertising in a bag, which displays some of the rare picture sleeves for the scarce original German 45s. And that brings to a close my brief biography of the influential cult English rock group The Creation. That's all for this time. I appreciate you joining me, and I hope you enjoyed the content today. If you did like the video, please feel free to subscribe to the Rare Record Room channel to see similar episodes and to receive notifications for new uploads as they happen. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you next time. Until then, take care. Bye for now.
Thank you.